we heard about the New England Club, and we thought the grounds and the actual location was perfect for us. Had all the facilities that we were familiar with from living here before, and it was just like moving back home without having a home, and that we didn't have to do the cooking or any of the work.
Home away from home. It's just so nice to have somebody right under the roof that can come and fix whatever you need, and she's very adept at that. It's just wonderful, whether it's the computer or whether the TV or whatever it might be. She's just able to do it. Or she can even explain to simple me how to do something, that I've learned now so that I can do it myself. And it's just wonderful instead of having to sit and wait all day for somebody to come and help you out. She's right there. I think it was the remote. Because my son had bought one for Bob that was really big and it just didn't work right.
Yeah.
And so you brought us a nice little one, very simple for simple people. And it worked so well, and we're still using it after a year. You become friends with the person who's helping you.
Mm-hmm.
And so you don't feel uncomfortable calling and saying, oh, now I've done this or I've done that to my computer. Can you help? I can't even express how much of a relief it is just to have help when you need it, and not have to deal with people who obviously don't know how you feel about this. These kind of things are very important to you as you get older, and you can't make entertainment for yourself anymore. You can't get out and be active the way you once were. And so, especially in a place like this, it's very good to have somebody help you with the things that have become very important to you to use. They're our entertainment.
Yeah, I think we are surprised at a lot of the things that they offer here. They have activities for people. They have billiards and different movies. They have entertainment here. People come in and play the piano. They have entertainers that come in. They have people that sing. They even had a group of young girls that did the Irish jig, which we thought was really unique. They've been all over the country, and they were really professional. They try very hard to find something for everybody that wants to do something or see something, from the movies to whatever their tastes are. It's good that they provide services for church, for different denominations, and people can go to church here or they can be taken out and make arrangements. And I think that people, if they're concerned about giving up because they are going into a place where they have nothing to do, they are going to have a lot of things, from playing dominoes or from playing cards or from listening to people sing or entertain or be involved with other people. So we have people that play out here in front. They play
bridge, I guess.
They play bridge. You'll find somebody that likes activities. There'll be something that they can find that they can enjoy.
I think she helps us most by just being so personable and so kind, and it always works. I mean, whatever she does to help us works, and I mean that's the main thing. I can remember when we were in our own home that sometimes we'd have to have the same person or a different person come back 2 or 3 times to figure out what the problem was and how to solve it. But she always makes it work, and it has been a big help to us. It gives you confidence to know that when you ask, you're going to receive. Well, one of the things that's very important to me now that we have grandchildren and great-grandchildren and so forth all over every place is to get on Facebook and see what they're all up to. And I can do that every day, and I see my children, some of them, some of my grandchildren, some of my great-grandchildren, every day. It's just so nice because some of them are in Oklahoma and some of them are in Wisconsin, and it's just very nice. It's like a visit. And then I'm depending more and more on looking things up that I want to find out, like maybe a new medication that my doctor is having me take. I want to know what that's all about. You know, I want to know how it will affect me, how it will help me, and so forth. Or there can be any number of other things that I can find out by just Googling.
You pay all your bills and stuff for the
And oh yes,
banking.
I do all my banking online. And that has been the biggest thing because that is not one of my gifts at all. I was about ready to tear all of my hair out at one point because I just could not keep my bank account straightened out. I just went over the line in age, I suppose, and could no longer do it easily. And my son said, "Why don't you do it online, Mom?" And so I started doing it, and it's just been a blessing to me to be able to do that. And so you can see how much I depend on Leah, and I have to know what's in the bank. And it is my entertainment. I like to play hearts and spades online with other people that I can talk to. Now we're really enjoying projecting the Netflix to the TV so that we can watch Wales War and a number of other things that we have come to like very much.
One thing I think is obvious, you have to tell people that you can have a computer here, and there's access to having one, and there are people here that can help you if you would try to want to learn it. I think you could find people around who would help you who have computers. And because when you come to a place like this, you're going to be dealing with people away from home, and like she can talk to all of her grandkids and everybody. Some people will say, "I'm too old." Well, if you have a need and somebody's willing to help you, and the service is provided, it makes a bridge between you and the past without going there, which is not too easy to do anymore. Your travel's going to be more limited than it would be before. So you make it up by having a computer and doing these things and having somebody help you. And if I had good eyesight, which I don't, that's what I would be doing.
And on Sunday mornings, when we don't feel able to go out to church, I have put several stations, actually they're radio stations, Moody Radio, on so that we can listen to a sermon on that. So that is really an advantage to us because we enjoy that. So we have to have our stuff going here. We take advantage of all of this sort of thing. And the fact that we don't know anything about it is okay because we have somebody here that does know all about it. Leanne.
The food here is wonderful. I can say that 90% of the food, you can't please everybody, but 90% of the people think the food here is very, very good. And it is. And you will enjoy having good food, and it's all planned by people who are nutritionists and believe in balanced diets and seeing that you get all the proper ingredients from this right 3 or 4 different kinds of salads to vegetables to the main course. Of course, they always have dessert, and the big meal is at noon. Breakfast is, if you like breakfast and you want to come down, the only thing about older people, they say, well, I don't like to get up at 7 o'clock to be at breakfast at 8. But if you are an early riser and you like breakfast, they have pancakes and waffles and eggs and sausage and you name it, cereal and you name it, they got it.
If we're going to talk about the whole place, I love the geese. I love the geese. I love the ponds. I love the beauty of the outside, the way they keep putting plants in all summer so that you always have something beautiful here. You can look out any window or any glass door and see something beautiful here. And the people that serve you here are so nice, and you can tell that they've either been trained very, very well, or they actually are all very loving people because they make you feel at home. They're just so dear, and you feel like you're with friends. I think that's so important because we left our home. We don't drive anymore. And there are a number of things that we can't have anymore because of our age. We're both in our 90s. And it's just wonderful to have the kind of service that we do and be able to ask and know that they'll do their very best to help you with whatever you need. And I think that's so important, especially, it's really scary to make a move like this because we've always had our own home. We've never even lived in an apartment since the first few months that my husband came home from overseas at World War II. And so to leave your home is scary. And we found out that it's really not so scary after all. It's really great.
It tells me a lot about the people in back of this whole organization, whoever set it up, and they're unique in that they take a free will offering for all the employees. And last year, they collected over $7,000 and they distributed to everybody, prorating it from somebody that worked part-time that waits on the tables at high school, to the men who do the maintenance, to the people that serve the food, and you name it. And it goes back to the place where it's all shown through the employees, because they recognize that the people who they are waiting on, they are doing something personal, giving them something from an organization that's not mandatory, but it's free will. And they come back with, it does something for the kids that come here that are young mothers, and they come in and they'll clean the house and they'll talk, and say, oh, they're very friendly and everything, and they're so happy to have a part-time job going to high school and being paid something by people who love them, by showing that they're willing to give them freely something to show their appreciation for what the things that they are doing for us. And that's really unique for me in an organization. That means that there's a feeling of not just being in a place where somebody's serving you food, but some people, they try to learn your first names.
Mm-hmm.
They are very helpful in every way they can do. They're friendly, and that really counts when you're older.
Yes, it does.
When you don't have your grandkids and your teenagers around you, that some of the young girls and young fellows that go to high school here, they reach out. They reach out to the older people.